Joining us now to discuss this is Republican Congressman from Tennessee and member on the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Tim Burchett. Congressman, good to see you. Thanks so much for coming on here. Many things I want to talk to you about. Can I talk to you about gas for a second? Americans are just frustrated. They're paying so much money. Every time they go out, they look at that big board when they pull into the Exxon or what have you, and they see that $4, $5, et cetera. That takes away from things that they can do with their families that maybe they used to do, they can't now because they're paying more at the pump. How frustrated are your constituents, sir?
No, they're very frustrated. I told folks just make eye contact at the gas pumps, and you'll see how frustrated they are as a congressman. And the sad truth is it's 100% avoidable under all this. You have a president who's just a far-left radical, and he ran to the left of Bernie Sanders in the debate, if you remember, where he said, I'm going to drive gas prices up to $7 a gallon. I'm going to drive these people out of business so we can make electric cars more affordable, which is what all these liberals think is the greatest thing in the world, but the average American can't afford a $60,000 car. And besides, they're ecologically a horrible excuse the way they harvest the rare earth minerals for the batteries and the slave labor that's involved, and the poor kids that are literally waist deep in carcinogens trying to harvest these things so these woke Americans can feel good about themselves.
We'll continue to follow, obviously, that story as well, including you mentioning EVs. That's a big one there. I mean, I just think about Texas when they call for those to turn their powers down or turn their air conditioners off, simply running their homes. What are you going to do when all your cars are on electric as well? I mean, there's just
exactly.
Right?
Exactly. 25%. If we put 25% of the vehicles now were electric vehicles, it would shut our electric grid down because everybody's going to come home at 6 o'clock. And get on the charger, and we don't have the capacity to support it.
Yeah, it's just common sense. It's really nothing more than that.
Yes,
I want to ask you about this one here, the war in Ukraine, obviously, and with the committee that you serve. Right. You introduced a bill to collect money from seized assets and from the yachts from those Russian oligarchs, take that money, redistribute it to give it to Ukraine for aid. Tell me where that stands today.
Well, I actually spoke to Speaker Pelosi about it. I went to her on the House floor, and I said, look, I don't care who gets credit for it. Give it to AOC. I don't care, but we got to do something about this. And there's a lot of bills out there, but they don't use the existing structure. So mine's in the Judiciary Committee, where I hope it comes out. It uses what's already in place in asset forfeiture laws and allows us to seize those funds from these oligarchs. And the reality is they're hiding a lot of that money in the good old U.S. of A., and we need to clean it up because we're stuck with these gas prices, and we're footing the bill for it, and it's because these oligarchs have enriched Putin. He's really just a mobster thug, where these people don't really own all this. It's his stuff. He puts it in their names, and they spread it out, and a lot of them are spending it right here in America, and we need to get at this money. We need to seize it. We need to give it back to the Ukrainians where it's needed, because they're the ones causing this suffering, and they're enabling Putin.
Well, Congressman, we do appreciate the time, out of time with you. I know you're from Tennessee, so I just got to tell you, I took my first trip to Nashville a couple weeks ago, had an awesome time. I will be back very soon.
Come on over to East Tennessee, brother. I'll take you to Ball Market and get you a chili dog, or maybe over to Litton's and get you a big hamburger.
I would love that. I'm a chili dog fan. I'm on the way. We're going to make a plan here.
Right
Congressman Tim Burchett joining us live. Congressman, thank you.
Thank you, brother.